This video is just 9 minutes long and can help erase your dog's bad breath and maybe even save them from an early grave. In less than 30 days from today, you'll see how you can restore fresh doggy breath and in the process completely transform your dog's health from the inside out, potentially adding years of memories and smell-free kisses to their life. And the best part? You won't have to brush their teeth or add any chemicals to their water. It's all thanks to a little-known 5-second ritual that's now being used by thousands of dog parents across the country. And it's exactly what helped my client's dog Zoe wipe out her bad breath. And more important, help reverse the damage of a toxic condition I'll tell you more about in a moment. Something that almost took her life. It might even affect your dog right now, even if they seem totally healthy. So shut all distractions and watch this video until the very end. One of these chew toys is all natural and safe for your dog, but the other is filled with toxins that can shorten your dog's lifespan by years. Can you guess which is which? According to PetMD, more dogs than ever now suffer from the same conditions that plague humans, like diabetes, cancer, and even early death. But what's causing this? And how can you prevent your pet from suffering the same fate? I figured out the truth when my client's dog Zoe went through a terrible health crisis, something no dog owner should ever have to experience. I'll share her story in a moment, but what I discovered was if your dog suffers from bad breath, itching and scratching, loose watery mushy poops, or has trouble getting around like they used to, you need to pay attention, because your dog's health might be worse than you thought. In this short video, I'm going to share the science behind how bad doggy breath is a warning sign, a sign that indicates something might be seriously wrong.
Stephanie Durante is a world-renowned dog trainer and educator with certifications and credentials from the Animal Behavior College, the Canine Correspondence School, and the Fenzi Academy. For the past 8 years, she's successfully helped restore the health of hundreds of dogs while improving their behavior and happiness.
But don't worry, there's good news too, because I'm also going to share a scientifically proven way to help address bad doggy breath just by doing one simple thing each morning. And no, it's got nothing to do with home-cooked meals, probiotics, or expensive freeze-dried foods.
Today, viewers will discover how a simple 5-second ritual can reverse foul doggy breath for good, while undoing the damage caused by a near-century-old regulation that's literally poisoning our dogs every single day. You'll also hear about the 3 toxic ingredients that the dog industry uses to increase profits at the expense of your dog's health. And if you've made a conscious effort to only buy organic, natural food for your dog, I applaud you. But you need to keep watching, because these ingredients not only plague dog food, yes, even the so-called best dog food, but they also lurk in many popular dog treats, chew toys, and even supplements. The same ones pushed by vets around the world.
A few years ago, I noticed a lot of the behavior in my clients' dogs was getting more aggressive. But even scarier, a lot of my clients' dogs were developing abnormal health issues at an unprecedented rate, even from a young age. Take sweet Zoe here, who was bedridden for weeks. She couldn't walk or run more than 3 steps without yelping in pain. We took her to the vet, who performed x-rays and blood work, but there was nothing conclusive. Zoe was referred to 6 specialists, who all said the same thing. There's nothing wrong with her. But even still, they suggested exploratory surgery, which cost nearly $9,000, just to see if they missed anything. It was crazy. Then one morning, I saw Zoe's food packaging. It had all the normal symbols. Organic, all natural, high in protein. But as I'll show you in just a second, a lot of those terms are actually code for something much worse. Believe it or not, it all started back in World War II, which kicked off the production of cheaper and faster ingredients, like wheat and corn, which of course then snuck their way into pet foods in the form of kibble. But that's just the beginning of the cheap ingredients used. So grab your kibble and treats and see if you can spot any of the following toxic ingredients. The first is meat meal, which is basically leftover pieces of animals, including euthanized dogs and cats. I know, that sounds crazy, but it's true. Disgusting, right? Next, look for animal byproducts, which are the remains of slaughterhouses not fit for human consumption, like diseased intestines. So yeah, these pieces of meat aren't okay for humans, but somehow they're okay for our furry friends. And lastly, watch out for preservatives like BHA and BHT, which can make their way into dog foods, treats, and even toys. These preservatives have long been suspected of being carcinogenic, which means they cause cancer, and can also lead to liver problems and kidney disease. So again, if any of those ingredients are in your dog's products, throw them in the trash immediately. And look, maybe your dog seems to be in perfect health right now, but if your dog suffers from bad doggy breath, itching and scratching, loose, watery, mushy poop, or has trouble getting around like they used to, pay close attention, because you might think that these are normal issues for dogs, and I don't blame you. In fact, most dogs I know have one or more of these issues, and most vets will say there's no need to worry. But They're wrong. It's actually a sign of something experts around the world are now calling digestive dysfunction, a condition that can wreak havoc on your pet's health, destroying their joints, keeping them bedridden, and even shortening their life by years. And how does it happen? Well, as you can guess, it's caused by all those toxic ingredients your dog has been accidentally consuming for years in their food, treats, and toys. And they result in exactly what happens when us humans eat a bad diet filled with processed foods. We get fat, sick, and our bodies fall apart. Not surprisingly, the rates of arthritis, diabetes, obesity, autoimmune diseases, and allergies in our dogs are higher than at any point in history, and digestive dysfunction almost took Zoe's life before she turned 2. So if your dog has even a trace of stinky breath that makes your stomach do somersaults, or mushy poo, itching, and trouble moving around, even if they're completely healthy, pay attention to this next part. Because thanks to a very recent discovery, eliminating your dog's bad breath and protecting them from digestive dysfunction is simpler than we realize. And it's all thanks to a natural superfood you can find at your local grocery store. It was almost by accident that I came across research from the Journal of Traditional and Complementary Medicine, where researchers found after only 4 weeks of consuming this grocery store superfood, participants experienced a significant improvement in bad breath, which is the #1 sign of digestive dysfunction in the gut. But it didn't have to stop there, because even more animal studies showed this superfood not only helps improve intestinal function, it also helps improve balance, memory, restore healthy blood sugar levels, and even has shown anti-cancer effects. The reason this simple superfood is so powerful is because it can survive the trek through your dog's stomach, which is 5 times more acidic than a human's. This is super important because most nutrients and vitamins are killed off by dogs' highly acidic tummies. And that's when I knew I had stumbled upon something pretty powerful. But I wanted to make sure this superfood worked in the real world and not just in the lab. So Zoe and 7 of her friends tried it out for a 2-week experiment, and the results were nothing short of amazing. Every single pup looked happier and healthier. They moved around more freely, and their bad breath was almost completely gone. The best part? Both the pups and their parents looked forward to it every day. The research settled it. Bad breath is a clear warning sign of digestive dysfunction, caused by all of the poisonous, toxic ingredients dog parents have unknowingly fed their dogs for years. And the only way to restore your dog's health and finally put an end to bad doggy breath is to restore your pup's digestive health. That's why I partnered with Pup Labs and spent the next few months perfecting the superfood chew for dogs, making sure we use the absolute finest quality of natural ingredients that restore your doggy's gut health back to normal. First, we added premium grade champignon mushroom extract, the bad breath breakthrough we mentioned earlier. It's packed with healthy prebiotic fiber, which helps to balance out the good and bad bacteria living in your pup's gut. This is different from probiotics, which don't work well for dogs. The result? A healthy microbiome, less inflammation, and of course, no more bad doggy breath. And while we could have stopped there, we wanted to make this formula the absolute best on the market. And after talking with various biochemists and vets, we decided to add 4 more superfoods. The first is Yucca Shedageta extract, which can help reduce bad breath, body odor, and fecal odors in your pups. The next super nutrient we included was a rare blue-green algae plant called spirulina, which is loaded with antioxidant and anti-inflammatory nutrients that can help stimulate the immune system and keep your pup happy and healthy. Studies show it also helps support the health of the intestines and the heart. Next, we added fresh parsley, which helps reduce digestive dysfunction by supporting a healthy gut microbiome. And finally, we sprinkled in a touch of cinnamon, which can keep your dog's oral hygiene clean. Research also shows it helps protect your pup's heart. If that wasn't enough, we wrapped the entire formula in an irresistible, all-natural chicken flavor, so your dog is sure to love the taste of them. When we finally perfected the formula, our results far exceeded all expectations, and both the doggies and dog parents were absolutely thrilled. We've developed this new formulation to target the root cause of bad breath, digestive dysfunction. The result? Every dog was jumping, running, and playing like they were a little puppy again. Their tails were wagging, and they slobbered on our faces with wet, smell-free kisses. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Pup Labs' flagship formula, Fresh Breathies. It's a simple daily chew packed with dog superfoods, and it's already helped thousands of dogs reclaim their health and eliminate bad doggy breath. Without probiotics, home-cooked meals, or having to wrestle your dog as you brush their teeth. And Zoe? Well, this little fluff ball is back to normal. Once her digestive dysfunction was cleared, she was jumping and playing everywhere. Words cannot describe how rewarding it is to hear from so many clients who say Fresh Breathies changed their dogs' lives. They're happier than ever, and their slobbery, wet kisses don't stink anymore. It's life-changing. I insisted on having Zoe use it first, since her parents helped start Pup Labs. And because I wanted to report my first-hand results, Zoe used Fresh Breathies every day. It took all of 10 seconds every morning and she loved the new routine. She was begging and happy, looking forward to her new delicious dental chew. And within a few weeks, she was back to running and playing like normal. Even her zoomies had more energy. Today, I recommend it to all of my clients. Just give them 1 fresh breathy per day if they're under 50 pounds, and 2 if they're over, with or without their food. And sooner than you'll know it, your dog's bad breath will completely clear up, and your dog will have that youthful, playful puppy glow. In fact, their coat might get shinier and thicker, and they'll have much more energy. So get ready for more of your socks to go missing. Honestly, we both know dog parents that have been let down by so many empty promises. So it's really a treat to see something work better than we hoped and better than advertised. After the initial shock passes, every single one of my clients comes to me telling me how their dog is like a brand new puppy again. Just take Steven, for example.
This is my little boy Luigi, and this is my little girl Daisy. They wanted to give me kisses and smooches, but every time I got a little too close to their face, it wasn't smelling that fresh and that great. And that's when I came across the Fresh Breathies. It tastes great because they look forward to it, they love it, and now I'm able to give them kisses and get near their faces without having to deal with their bad breath. So if you're thinking about it, definitely highly recommend this product.
Ever since we created this formula, word has been spreading quickly. Demand has exploded. So what does all this mean? Could using Pup Lab's Fresh Breathies help even the worst doggy breath? You know, the kind that makes your stomach somersaults lingering on your skin after every lick? Can this really work for any dog? We had to find out. So we also gave it to Petey, a Dutch Hound mix in Las Vegas. And here's what his parents Alfred had to say. Hey, my name is Alfred, and my Doxy absolutely loves Fresh Breathies. Dental health is a big issue with Doxies, and in the mornings, Petey had the worst breath. Not only that, but before finding this product, he had all sorts of digestive issues too. Loose, mushy poops, and his stomach would make the weirdest noises. His vet told me that it was normal, and probably just him getting used to his dog food. Well, that didn't really sit well for me, so I started looking into products I could give him to help not only his breath, but his digestion too. I tried greenies, but Petey didn't like those, and I would just find those green scraps all over my house. But then I found Fresh Breathies, and everything changed. Petey takes 1 a day, and he loves the flavor. They're also really convenient to travel with. I've noticed my dog has more energy, firmer poops, and his breath is way better. So would I recommend these to my fellow dog owners? 100%. Give them a try. You and your dog will be glad you did. Okay, so by now you might be thinking, how can I get my hands on Fresh Breathies for myself, along with how to give it to my dog for the absolute best results? To be honest, it's actually pretty difficult for the general public to get Fresh Breathies. The ingredients must be combined in the sterile, state-of-the-art facility I mentioned earlier, then kept fresh through a proprietary process, all while adhering to the strict NASC quality standards. And because Fresh Breathies helps clear up smelly doggy breath, restore healthy digestive system, and truly support your pup's overall health, pretty much every dog owner I've shared this with keeps on asking for more of the stuff, because they feel like they finally got control over their dog's health. And after months, in some cases even years, of having to fight tooth and nail to brush their dog's teeth, expensive and time-consuming dental cleanings, and always worrying over their pup's health, regaining that confident feeling as a dog parent is an amazing sensation. Plus, as word continues to spread across social media, Fresh Breathies continues to get more popular across the country, which puts even more of a strain on production, especially since with today's supply chain issues, it could end up taking months to produce each batch. But that said, I also don't want anyone to deal with the fear and anxiety that comes with your dog's health remaining a mystery, which is why in the next few moments, I'll share how you can get a jar of Fresh Breathies for as little as $1 a day as a part of our nationwide Fresh Breath Better Health program. More on that in a minute. But first, back to the other question of how to use Fresh Breathies for the best results. Simply give your dog 1 chew per day. If you have a bigger dog, say more than 50 pounds, 2 chews per day should work. The rule of thumb is 1 chew per 50 pounds, and that's it. But it's important to repeat this process for at least 30 days. And the reason why is pretty straightforward. First, Fresh Breathies contains natural ingredients, and like most natural ingredients, they take a little while longer to kick in. Second, Fresh Breathies gets to work resetting the bacterial balance in both the mouth and the gut, and that's a huge undertaking. The microbiome contains billions of bacteria, the result of years of eating habits, so you can't expect to reset it overnight. Which is why it's vital to make Fresh Breathies a part of your pup's daily routine, something they learn to love and look forward to. That's why I recommend choosing at least 3 packages of Fresh Breathies, or 6 packages to get the best results. And here's something else I'm extremely proud of. Despite its high concentration of premium grade nutrients, Fresh Breathies is affordable on any budget. That's because our ingredient supplier believes in the good that this formula can do, and they've agreed to give us a special low rate. So while all of the ingredients are sourced from some of the country's best suppliers, which would normally put its retail value close to $147 per month, I'm able to offer Fresh Breathies at a retail rate of just $69 per jar. However, since you took the time to let me share my story with you today, I'd like to return the favor. So when you click the order button below, you won't have to pay the standard $69. In fact, you won't have to pay anywhere near that. Because by ordering directly through this video and as a part of our Fresh Breaths Better Health program, you can get a full 30-day supply of Fresh Breathies for only $49 per jar. That's a whole month's worth for less than $1.63 per day. And if you'd like to save even more money, you're in luck. Because today we're offering an even bigger discount on orders of 3 or more. Why? Because we know once your dog experiences all of the life-changing effects of this formula, you're not going to want to give them up. So we figured it'd be more cost-effective and more eco-friendly to just send you several months' worth in one shipment. That way, we can keep this formula affordable by saving on packaging costs and help reduce the carbon emissions associated with shipping. In fact, nearly all of our customers end up doing this. Now, if you're concerned about ordering a few jars without knowing if your dog will like them, then here's the good news. Every order is protected by our industry-leading 180-day guarantee. This means you can try Fresh Breathies absolutely risk-free for 6 whole months. If they don't deliver the results you hoped for, you can get a full refund, no questions asked. Now you may be thinking, how can I return something I've already opened and used? The answer is, you don't have to. You can keep your order as our way of saying thanks for trying Fresh Breathies today. It's really that simple. So what do you have to lose? Just click the button below your screen to place your order now, and we'll start preparing it for delivery right away. We're so excited to hear how well Fresh Breathies works for you. So go ahead and secure your supply of Fresh Breathies today, and thanks for watching.